The Brain Age and Big Brain Academy series have always been self-improvement centered single-player focused video games. The gist was that you play them every day or at least frequently, and despite what you initially scored, the games moving forward would all be toward improving your initial score. However, this new Big Brain Academy changed that, making the series a lot more social and in ways competitive, completely altering the DNA of the series for what ultimately feels like a bit of an identity crisis. Rest assured that this is still Big Brain Academy-like through and through when it comes to the games and the challenges, but it doesn't feel as judgment-free as it used to be. Big Brain Academy launched during the Nintendo DS and the Wii era of Nintendo, a time where Nintendo wanted everyone just to play video games. The series is indicative of that, featuring plenty of fun challenges for people of all ages and arguably one of the most casual friendly games out there to play alongside your friends. With the release of the Nintendo Switch iteration, Nintendo has taken a more social approach with its games, and it seems like Big Brain Academy Brain vs. Brain is no different. As the name suggests, Brain vs. Brain is very much more a socially competitive take on the series. Not to say that the game is more challenging or ruder, but rather instead of being motivated to beat your previous self, you're more motivated to better your score to compete and compare against another player. In some ways, I can see that discouraging a lot of the core fans that this series has developed. Your brain age is calculated by using 5 categories consisting of identity, analyze, memorize, visualize, and compute. Each category features 4 exercises to help you improve your core skills. However, I found that not all the exercises truly did fit one single category. For example, some exercises felt like they trained more than one of these categories, so in retrospective, the categories weren't always completely accurate. Anyway, if you'd like to play these alone, the only way to do so is in practice mode. It's here that you can test the various exercises for each of the categories and then get randomly tested afterward to calculate your score. The test function grabs an exercise from each category so that while it won't give you the exact score for that sole exercise, it does try to offer a cumulative average. Your results come in the form of a graph that can skew towards one category over the others. The end goal is to balance it out and have a roughly symmetrical looking graph. How much these results actually show an accurate representation of your cognitive thinking is yet to be determined. Of course, a lot of these exercises can be left up to memorization, but a few others do require you to slow down and truly process what you're doing and answer correctly as fast as possible. That oddly enough brings up an odd advantage of playing in handheld mode over dock mode. You see, when playing in dock mode, you're forced to use a controller's analog stick to make your answer selection, while in handheld mode you can just simply touch your answer. It's a much faster response time in handheld mode, so you're more inclined to play that way when every second counts. Outside of practicing and testing, the only other game mode you can play solo is the Ghost Clash mode that lets you compete against ghost versions of your friends. It's similar to the Ghost Time Trials mode in Mario Kart, only now with AI based on your friends' prior scores. It's a nice practice mode for the versus mode, but I found myself gravitating toward the other solo content. Outside of the single player content, the main attraction is the multiplayer, which of course is what this version of the series is all about. The local multiplayer puts you up against your friends that are around you and even offers a sprout mode that makes competing against younger players a more accessible feature. It's a much more balanced competitive mode than the ones online that straight up just put you player against player. Nevertheless, having the options to play both are welcome. Now, as you play these game modes, you'll earn coins, this game's form of currency that can then be used to buy new accessories for your avatar. While they're not super robust and I kinda came out looking like Albert Einstein at first, having the customization features did put a smile on my face and added some replay value to just improving my score. Big Brain Academy Brain vs. Brain has a simple and friendly UI to it that feels welcoming and wholesome. From the rounded edges of the UI to the derpy adorable looking avatars, the visuals always put a smile on my face. As far as brain teasers go, this is one of the more pleasant looking ones that give off a heartwarming presentation whether on the go or in dock mode. The audio design and music, like its visual presentation, are both simple but charming. From the squeaks and bonks of some of the minigame sounds to the oddly entrancing music tunes that feel like a Mario Maker background track. It's silly, fun, and just genuinely a good time to play along to. Big Brain Academy Brain vs. Brain is an interesting take on the family-friendly fun puzzle teaser. In some cases it works, and in others it doesn't as much. I wish that the single-player content was a bit more robust, and while the multiplayer content is nice, I don't think it should overtake the focus of the entire package. As I initially stated, it's a pretty fun game to play through, but one that feels like it's having a bit of an identity crisis, or at least forgot what the series was about along the way.